is no reason for your makeup to be looking like this in 2026.
Confidence is trending, and this influencer is leading it. Gabrielle Williams is a second year at Hampton University. She began her content creation journey in 2025. She is signed by Vision Ventures.
Fashion has always been a huge part of my life, and with my mom too, and my aunts. Like, my aunt Barb is like 85 now, and she still like pulls up to every function in a mink coat and like her Gucci shades. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
But content didn't start with her. Creation runs in the family. Her twin sister Kendall and her older sisters Taylor and Lauren all have at least 10,000 plus followers on TikTok. Gabrielle says without her older sisters as models, she may have never gotten into content creation.
And then everyone got in the shower.
I'm Gabrielle, and I'm still getting ready, and I think Kendall will be ready last.
I'm Kendall, and I think that Gabrielle is going to be ready last.
We're the oldest, and we were ready.
Although Gabby has such a tight-knit support system, she still faced challenges.
She had just gotten signed to an agency, and she was like, Gab, you need to start doing this. And I was like, I don't know, like, I'm scared. I feel like I was in a very insecure place at that time. Just like, I was used to being like the most confident girl ever before I came to Hampton. And then I got here and like my body changed and my face changed, and I didn't really recognize certain parts of myself, and I became uncomfortable with it, and it made me feel so uncomfortable to a point where I was insecure with myself.
This is Trey Ingram, Gabrielle's best friend. He is a second-year marketing major here at Hampton, and he has been with her through the ups and downs in her life.
Influencer journey and like how it was to see her kind of, because has she always been into that?
No, she hasn't. So it's actually funny, like, I'm like saying this, but I kind of met her at lowest points. So like Gabrielle, like when she first moved here, like she wasn't the happiest person, and she was like kind of finding herself still with like everything that was going on before she moved. So when she moved to like our area, she was still like in her transitioning stage, so she didn't really have like much of a self-identity. She was kind of like, I guess, like doing what her parents wanted, or like just not really like doing stuff for herself. So then when we started getting in high school, she started like really like exploring different hobbies and like, different stuff, and that's when she started to like actually like create more sense of like identity, I guess you could say. And then like
Prioritize content, prioritize friends, prioritize my mental health, prioritize wellness in school. Like, those can't all be number one. So I'm learning how to balance it and give each their due time instead of just trying to make one the main thing. But I honestly really have struggled to be able to keep up with my content and keep up with taking care of myself and pouring all that I can into my friendships and all of those things. And there are definitely days where I do feel behind. It's a very difficult industry not to compare yourself in. And I feel like before, when I was like very insecure before I had started making my content, my idea of comparison was just comparing myself to other people. But now my idea of comparison is, okay, I see this type of content that this girl's making, and it's making her X amount of money and she's getting X amount of engagement. What steps did she take to get there, and how can I get there? But I'm trying to get out of that mindset and realize that my journey is just going to be mine, and all I can do is post my authentic self and be myself to all of the people that interact with me, and then hopefully it goes well.
Fit check, confidence and commitment check.
Behind the unique and fashion-forward content, Gabrielle found a new passion. What started off as a space to overcome insecurity became a community to help others feel safe.
Gabrielle shares her profound confidence with the people around her. She started a pop-up shop in Hampton called GB's, where she sells custom-made matcha and vintage pieces.
Curated vintage resale page. I primarily do like in-person pop-up shops on campus because I feel like Hampton doesn't really have too many avenues for people to dig into the fashion side of their careers. Like, we have different organizations and stuff like that. We have the homecoming and the freshman fashion shows, but beyond that, there's not much here. Like, I think the only course in fashion is a fashion marketing course. We don't really have anything beyond that, so I really wanted to bring that to Hampton because I felt like it was a big thing that I was missing. And a big part of my Hampton journey here has also been realizing that what everybody else is doing isn't going to work for me. So a lot of the things that I do, not a lot, everything that I do, I've carved out for myself, basically, because I'm like the mold doesn't fit me, so I have to make my own.